So guys, welcome back. I wanted to share more about my life today, or at least my life right now. Um, I recently told you guys all about the struggles I've had with school and trying to figure out what I'm going to do in the fall. I recently decided that I wanted to change my major completely and um didn't know what I was gonna do about that because the school that I applied to and got accepted to does not have nursing. So I don't know what I'm gonna do still. I was initially going to just go there and take prerequisites and then transfer out. But that is not the plan anymore, I don't think. And I'm going to get into the reason why. So recently I had a disagreement with my parents. It's mostly my dad. My dad and I are usually the ones that talk about me and school and my future. My mom usually takes the back seat. I'm not sure why this is, but it seems like I have the most heated discussions, debates, arguments, whatever you want to call this, with my dad. So I actually had a couple of rough days. We had talks. It's still not resolved. I wrote a letter to them and we were going to talk about it. I don't know when we're going to do that, but basically, I'm just gonna talk about what happened, and if you guys watching have any suggestions for what I should do, would greatly appreciate it. But what's been happening is the thing with school. My dad told me that going to a university for prerequisites is not financially wise. And the big problem with this is I understand where he's coming from, so I can't like disagree and be like, I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, since I see what he's talking about, it makes it so much harder within myself. The thing is, I have taken so many classes at community college already. I've been there for 4 years, taking like anywhere from 2 to 4 classes a semester and working at the same time. I'm kind of done with community college, and also I just want to move on. I also am against going for nursing at community college because they only offer registered nurses certifications and not BSNs, like a bachelor's degree in nursing. And I really just want to get a bachelor's. I don't want to take the side path to get there. So that's a big problem with that, but that's what he suggested. He also suggested just going to the university and switching my major and then going back to nursing after, which is also like a, sidetrack thing. I don't really want to do that either. I really don't know what to do at this point. I have no plan for the fall, and fall is coming up. I just, yeah, I'm very stressed out about that. So that's one part. The other part is I brought up going on vacation with friends or alone, and I've never really done that before. Usually I go with my family or my parents, and I just wanted this like new sense of independence and freedom. I am 22 now. I just turned 22, and I feel like after hearing a lot about my friends doing this sort of thing, and they have before a lot too, ever since like high school ended, a lot of my friends have done little trips with each other or just alone, and I feel like I want to try that too. And I've been unable to do that mostly because of my mental health issues that have happened since the end of high school, so it's understandable why I haven't done that, but I have, in my opinion, done pretty well in the past year or so, so I think that I should be able to try to do sorts of things like this. But both of my parents ignored me at first when I brought this up. And then when I finally said like that I want to do this, they responded with just like, I don't know why you would want to do this. Are you meeting strangers? Like, you're not ready for this sort of thing. And the topic of traveling alone kind of went in the direction of independence and freedom in general. And this one thing that my dad always likes to bring up is Maslow's hierarchy. He says that you need to be able to support yourself on the basic level, like have a job and pay for food and shelter and all of that, which is the most basic needs, and then you can go up from there. And so I think what he's means by that is you can't do things on your own until you have a job. That's basically how he uses that. It's not really how Maslow's hierarchy works, in my opinion. I think Maslow was trying to just say this is generally how it goes. You're not able to meet these needs within yourself when you don't have the lower ones. But then he said later, he was like, oh, I might have gave everyone the impression that it has to go in this order, but really you're kind of doing all of them at the same time. Not all of them, but like the bottom few at the same time, and you go up from there. And I think it's just mostly a theory. It's not like a rule in the way that my dad uses it. I honestly don't know why he uses it, and whenever he brings that up, I get so annoyed and pissed. I don't really know why. I think it's just it feels like a weapon that he uses against me. He's like, this is a psychologist that knows what he's talking about, and I'm going to use it to keep you here. And I don't necessarily think that my parents just want to keep me close because they want me to have my freedom restricted. I think it's a more of a thing like they want me to be safe and they don't want me to make big mistakes and stuff. But it gets really annoying. I am kind of past that. I'm ready to just make my own choices that I think are right, and even if they're crappy decisions, I'll have to live with the consequences. I don't want to feel forced into a situation, however good, if I wasn't the one to choose it in the first place. There were many instances with my dad where I just like start bawling and like yelling like, why are you saying these things to me? Why aren't you letting me do the things that you know that I can do? I feel like a lot of times my parents want to shelter me and keep me in because it's dangerous out there, and making your own choices can kind of lead to bad situations, expectedly so, but I still think that it's necessary for me to make decisions on my own and stuff. It's kind of overwhelming. I want to just be able to get my point across and have them understand what I'm saying and what I want without putting words in my mouth. They think that I just want to get away from them. I want to go far away to school just so I can have this freedom and independence. And in a twisted way, I guess it's true, but it's not about getting out of what I have. It's more like getting to somewhere, if you know what I mean. It's not like, it's like wanting to grow up, not to be breaking free sort of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just upsetting to me still. I want to be able to do things that I want to do when I want to do them without having to ask permission. And my dad keeps saying, it'll come, it'll come. He's been saying that for years. He said that since before I turned 18. He said, when you turn 18, and then I turned 18, and he was like, you're not ready for this. When you turn 21, and now I'm 22, and it's just like, I'm still not there. He said, when you have your job and you support yourself and whatever, you'll be able to do whatever you want. And it's always something else. It feels like it's always something new with him. Like, I'm never going to be fully ready. And I feel like sometimes I have to just take that leap, you know, to prove to myself and to him that I can do these things on my own. So I guess that's just where I'm at. I'm kind of fed up with being held in and not being able to do certain things. And I kind of just want to be able to prove to myself that I can. So, yeah. That was today's rant. I hope you guys comment a little bit and respond to what I'm saying, but I will see you guys in the next video.